Okay, I'm gonna hope that this goes well on the first take, but um, I'm surprised that we have reached, I believe, 500K visits. It's by the time I'm uploading this, I'm not sure if it's gonna get to 600K. It's getting a little too fast for me to even handle the game, but you know, it's a really cool experience. Never had it happen before, so this is a first. So I was thinking I could do a lot more for this occasion, but this is for right now because I'm really busy. This is all that I could do, which is just show you guys this survey that I did a while ago. Not a while ago, a couple days ago, and just try to answer some of the questions, but not questions, but like try to reply, I guess you could say, to these survey responses. Um, if you guys want to do any more events, uh, you can join the Discord server. I'll link it somewhere, maybe in the comments, maybe in the description. I'm not sure. Uh, so yeah, uh, so we're gonna start off with this first one here from Simon 1983. Okay, uh, a trend with these submissions is that they found it on their recommendeds page or their front page in general, which I'm not sure how it got there, but when it did get there, I remember when it got there and everyone started playing it, like it peaked at like maybe around 200 players, which is just insane. But it peaked at a time when Firefight was really, really bare bones. It's not like now where there's like different game modes. It's replayable, and it's quite frankly fun to play. Firefight when it peaked was I at the time I thought it was really cool, but it in hindsight it was just really I would just say it was a little garbage. So I'm really really disappointed that Roblox just decided to hey let's recommend this game while it was in its really really bad era. And now that everyone started not playing, the numbers are dropping, which is fine I guess, but uh, that's what it started dropping when I started actually working more on the game. And I believe currently is one of the best it's one of the best versions of Firefight, I'm pretty sure. um, I've always had this thought, like, what if I could time travel back and give my older self, or not older self, but younger self, a version of this current version of Firefight. The game falls to it, and then update that, and then like it'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. That's enough of that. Okay. Is Mr. Simon's favorite gun or guns are the Mauyuk AK-556 and CZ-17, which does not exist in Firefight. I believe he's talking about the CZ Bren. Um, so we're gonna go with that. Favorite faction Ukrainian SSO. Now this is a really interesting answer. His favorite thing about Firefight is it's kind of tactical, plus it's a firearm source shooter thing. Firearm source shooter thing. Yeah, I definitely compare. I could see Firefight being very similar to Firearm Source. It kind of is supposed to be like a mix of different tactical source shooter games, like Insurgency, definitely Firearms Source. So I was really surprised when I saw someone mention Firearm Source. Um, so yeah, interesting. Uh, One thing that he hates about Firefight is random maps and can't make own friends or at least one in game to play with friends. I don't understand what this sentence means, but I guess he hates that. Would you watch a Firefight animated series? Blah 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 blah. Won't mind novel, but would prefer short film. Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of people in Firefight really hate reading. Like they don't like reading at all. Um, are they autistic? Maybe the type of autistic that doesn't like words, text. Obviously, there's different spectrums of autism. maybe some people have an autism where they do like reading, but not the type of autism that Firefight players have, I guess. So I'm gonna try to see if I could make an animated series. If not, then we'll go with comic instead, so people don't get bored reading fucking text. Jesus. Um, are you a bastard? And he outs himself as a proud monolith. Nice. One thing he would like to add in Firefight is a co-op campaign and a way to play with friends or make a friend server, which is interesting because you can already do that via the VIP servers. I haven't done so extensively. I haven't really like I know it works, but I'm not sure if there's anything annoying with it. If you have any complaints, just join the server, and there should be like a bug report or a suggestion thing. Just submit your inquiries there, so I can actually see what's wrong with the VIP servers. But anyways, next person, pause back. How did he find Firefight? He doesn't know. His favorite gun is the M16A, A1, A2, A3, A4. I don't know. He doesn't know either. His favorite faction is the ARA, which, yeah, pretty good faction. His favorite thing about so these two things kind of contradict each other. Favorite thing about Firefight is the wonky recoil, but he also hates the recoil having the equivalent of shooting without the stock, which is it's a comment about Firefight that I've endured for a long time. The recoil is too much. Is the recoil too much? Maybe on some guns. Maybe. But why is the recoil so big? You watch those videos where it's like the Grantham, maybe T-Rex arms, they're doing all these cool drills, like Spec Ops, shooting popping heads, no recoil, just dragging their gun across and just tapping brains. You ever wonder how they got to that point? What were they just born with the skills to just not have any recoil? Of course not, right? What did they do? They trained. And where do they usually train on? A firing range. Consequentially, not consequentially, I'm stupid. Coincidentally, Firefight also happens to have a firing range. So what can you do? Go to the firing range, practice your recoil. I want you to think about that. Thank you very much. Anyways, he would like to watch a animated series or a comic novel, which is nice. Is he a bastard? Maybe. And one thing that he thinks Firefoot should have is better movement stuff. Now, I don't know what better movement stuff is. In my opinion, I would say maybe add vaulting because sometimes going through windows is a little annoying. Um, but I don't know. I feel like the movement is pretty alright as it is. It's not supposed to be a movement shooter, nor is it like Ready or Not where it's only CQB, you can't run, and you can only slow walk. It's sort of mixed between those two. It's like Insurgency and can I say Tarkov? It's just it's its own thing maybe. I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that. Judge of that. Anyways, next person, Pindas. How did he find Firefight in the charts of Roblox? I used to call the charts of Roblox the Discover page because that's what it is. It's the Discover page. I don't know why Roblox changed it to charts, um, and I don't know why they changed it from what was it before in 2016? It was like was it just a game page? Just games? They changed it to charts. Whatever. Anyways, his favorite gun is the SVT on the RPR team. There is no SVT. I believe he's talking about the SVD, so we're gonna go with that. The SVD. So his favorite faction is the RPR and RGF. Okay, good choices. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. His favorite thing about Firefight is snow. I guess so. And one thing he hates about Firefight is why not choose team but choose gun? It's stupid, no? I can see why he likes the RPR and RGF. Anyways, he did not reply to 3 of these questions. So if I find this person in game, I'm banning his ass. Just kidding. Anyways, next person. That guy Taylor. Who is Taylor? I don't know. Wait, Taylor or Tyler? I'm retarded. Tyler. Sorry. But Tyler, he doesn't know how I got on his or he doesn't know where he found Firefight. Uh, apparently, he found. Wait, what the? Wait, okay, so he doesn't know. Okay, where or how did you find Firefight? He doesn't know, but then he lists how he found it on Firefight. Okay, whatever. My brain is a little crazy today. Sorry. Um, his favorite gun in Firefight is the AK-102, which doesn't exist. I believe he's referring to the AK-101. Could be the AK-104 or 105. I don't know. There is no 102. Anyways, the Honey Badger and the KS-23. I like the Honey Badger. It being a subsonic weapon, sort of like the AS-Val, the bullet drop is horrific. Uh, but the KS-23 is a pretty good shotgun. I'd say it's pretty decent. Um, yeah, I mean the shotguns are they're all right. They're not my favorite thing, but they're really good at long range. You don't have to aim pinpoint like you would with a sniper. You kind of have to. You just have to aim almost in their general direction. Pow, and they're done for. So that's nice. What's his favorite faction? Shrug, Greysock, or RGF? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, okay. Favorite thing about Firefight is you can play it on mobile. I believe a lot of people have told me before that there's not a lot of tactical shooters, tactical quote unquote shooters on mobile. So Firefight is unique in that manner. So yeah, okay. I don't play mobile. I don't know the experiences of someone of a mobile player. Nor do I really. I mean, Firefight was not made for mobile at all. I never considered it being a mobile game or being even accessible for mobile. I just accidentally turned or left on the option to play on mobile. So that's why the mobile support is a little spiffy. Um, he hates the unfair balancing sometimes. Unfair balancing. That's a little too vague for me to really pinpoint his issue. Is he talking about like the team balance? Speaking of the team balance, the reason why teams sometimes have less players on one side, less players on the other side, or more players on the other side, is because people do this thing where they join the game, they play, and then they just leave mid games. When it's mid game, it's really annoying. It's a little less annoying when it's like when the round ends and they leave, and like okay, so the round ends, right? It gets through to the end screen, and when it starts a new round, the people who are leaving think that like when they leave, the game is already sorting out all the players, so they're still missing players. Like you get what I mean, right? So people leaving is really the problem with that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add like a team selection screen. Maybe I should. I don't know. Honestly, I'd rather just make like a team switch thing on the loadout. Uh, I don't really mind playing on bad teams, especially on the RPR. Playing on the RPR is fun because I don't need to worry about winning because I'm a jihadist. Jihadists rarely win. So yeah, um, are you a bastard? No comment. Uh, the game is good enough as it is. I don't think there's more I could add to make it better. But like, if I had to say something, then I guess more weapons, game modes, and maps? Question mark. Team deathmatch is team deathmatch is cool and all, but like, what if there was domination or something that required more team play to win? That would be neat. Seasoned members of the firefight community would probably know about the coveted, the very mysterious concept of war mode, which I've been thinking about ever since 2023, maybe. Um, Basically, what war mode is it's if you played Insurgency, it's like the push mode. So You have two teams. One team is defending, so they have all the capture points, and the other team is attacking. And when they capture one capture point, they capture it until the game ends forever. And so the more points that they capture, the more ground they can cover, and the more that the defending team has to push back, you know, consolidate on their gear and set up defenses on the next checkpoint. So that's war mode. But I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to making it. It's pretty complicated, and it's only me and maybe someone else working on the game at this moment. So yeah, apologies. Um, Next person, Ch- Ch- Tremist, Critch Emist. All right, Critch Emist. Found Firefight through scrolling on the recommendations. Um, Favorite gun is the AK-74M, even though it's hard to tell which gun is. I like this response. Hard to tell exact gun because every gun has its minuses and advantages. Exactly. Uh, like the main menu says, there's no bad guns, just bad players. Every gun you can master to the point where it becomes OP. Like for example, the PP91. If you use the PP91 enough, eventually you're gonna outschwack people using the M4 SOP mod or the AK-12, something like that. Uh, there are guns that are like almost perfect, like the AK-74 mod or the Car 15. But if you're a bad player, they're not gonna save you. Favorite game faction, Berkut. I believe he's talking about half or not Half Life. Sorry, Firefight RP. Um, when I asked this question, I was mainly referring to TDM or just the lore in general. But sure, Berkut, whatever. Favorite overall thing about Firefight is the arsenal that the game has. And the game has good sounds and models. Very nice. One thing he hates about Firefight is that there's usually not too many people in FFA. Um, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna be real, FFA and TDM were never meant like they're not main modes. But my initial plan was once I get War Mode and all of the actual main modes of the game implemented, TDM and FFA might become inaccessible. But at the same time, I've spent a lot of hard work on both FFA and TDM, so I don't really know if it's a good idea to remove them. I might keep them as like a legacy game mode, but yeah, whatever. What do you watch? Maybe. Are you a bastard? Pause with that. Um, The game is perfect, in my opinion. I don't know what to add. Maybe some more guns or small vehicles for fun. Now, vehicles in Firefight is a very interesting idea. I've thought of it before, and it is a very novel concept. But unless I'm making a like a battlefield mode like that, probably not. I know for open world, there will be vehicles for travel, but not anything like tanks or BTRs or anything like that. Just light armored vans or maybe SUVs or just stuff like that. Since you're playing as Greysock. Next, from Vamp the Graph, the furry man himself. Vamp found it on the recommendations. His favorite gun is the AK-74UN, or AKS-74UN, sorry. Favorite faction is Greysock for now. Favorite thing about Firefight is it's a good game. It's not ACS and very original. True, it is not ACS. I hate ACS, and it's very original. Thank you very much. One thing he hates about the Firefight is the camera shaking. I could see that. For the movement when you're moving, I guess so. But okay, so the camera when you're moving, yeah, the camera shake when explosions happen, maybe. I can see people hating the camera shake when you're low health, which I definitely understand. But that was implemented because initially there was supposed to be like a role system, so you could be assault, whatever rifleman, blah, 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 and medic. And so the purpose of the screen shake is so when you're hurt, you will actually need the medic, right? So let's say you got shot, you're screen shaking, you can't really engage. So the medic actually has more of a role than just healing people. They're assisting them get back into the fight. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyways, um, you need to do like first trail of Tarkov kinda. Comic will be okay too. Okay, sure. Are you a bastard? Sometimes. Thank you for admitting that. Uh, if you could shoot through some stuff, it would be epic. But for now, maybe more game modes with like a round system or even like Battlefield mode, and you need to capture points. Yeah, that is true. More game modes would be cool. Battlefield, not sure about Battlefield. Insurgency, very sure about Insurgency. Next, by Mayor of No. Now this is an intriguing one. He was recommended Firefight from a friend. Excuse me. That is very new to me. Usually people find it on their recommendations page, or they found it while searching for something unrelated. But from a friend is quite intriguing. Um, so I'd like to thank that friend. Um, this is also very interesting. His favorite guns are the Car 15 and Mark 23, both very classic retro firearms. Sick, sick. Favorite faction is Greysock, fair enough. Likes the vast amount of weapons, factions, and game modes. Yes. Honestly, don't like the lack of players. Every time I'm playing zombies, I always end up being the only person in the server, which is very interesting because, in my opinion, zombies is for some reason like one of the most popular modes on Firefight for whatever reason. Even if I think zombies mode is kind of mediocre. I'm sorry, zombie bros. I just think it's mediocre. There's like you shoot zombies. That's it. Yeah, it's whatever. Um, Would you watch a blah 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 if it's free? Yeah, I would. Nice. Are you a bastard? No. Firefight just needs to Firefight just needs to gain traction and popularity. For me, the game was love at first sight. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor of No. Very nice response. Next, from Sat. Oh, this guy's rude. I'm skipping you. Skip from Mr. Converco. I found Firefight through Marine. Favorite gun is the Honey Badger. Favorite faction is the ARA. Interesting. Favorite thing about Firefight is the flashbang. He hates the fall damage, which the fall damage ever since then has been fixed. So maybe he hasn't played Firefight in recent uh, times, which makes sense. Everyone who's played Firefight when the fall damage sucked probably doesn't play anymore. Probably forgot about it because who would remember Firefight? But anyways, um, original maps. Yeah, I am planning on making original maps. Actually, I forgot to mention about the map contest. Only two people submitted a map, and both of them were one was quite good but was unfinished. The other one was AI generated. So I literally can't accept any of them. Which, okay, let me go on this rant about maps real quick. You guys really want original maps, and I do too. So help me make original maps. Design one. Give me ideas. Give me pictures at least, reference something. I don't know how to make a map. I'm not really good at building either. I'm not a good map designer. If I were to make a map, there'd be a lot of choke points. There'd be a lot of spawn camp and all that. So help me make a map. I already told everyone to submit maps. Only two did. And I can't use any of them. And everyone went quiet after that. So it's just I don't know, dude. Next, Mr. Glass. I found Firefight by chance. I'm not sure what that means. Favorite gun is he doesn't really have a favorite gun. He just rolled whatever he gets. Though he prefers assault rifles or battle rifles. Fair enough. Favorite faction is USMC. USMC. Yeah, I could see that. It's a good faction. Favorite thing about Firefight is the realism and arcade balance. Yeah, yeah, that's what Firefight's all about. That's what it's all about. One thing he hates about Firefight is that there's not really to hate besides the PvP, but that's his skill issue, as he said, apparently. He's not a comic guy, but an animated series or short film would be awesome. It would be awesome. Are you a bastard? Yes or no? Maybe. Uh, a PvE mode with enemies that shoot back and are fun to fight would help make this game unique compared to others. That is coming. I don't know when it's going to release, but it is definitely being worked on. Stay tuned. More PvP modes would be cool, but there's already many other PvP-oriented, realism-oriented shooters on Roblox that will fill that niche. So basically, prioritize PvE and gunplay, and then Africa's Hunger Problem. I guess so. Maybe. Possibly. I'm gonna ban you now. Anyways, next, Infinite Real Flight, like Flight Reacts. Hello, Mr. Flight Reacts. Ah! God, why can't I speak today? Where do you find Firefight? The algorithm. So, just recommending this page. Favorite gun is the M4 URGI, but please change the hybrid scope. I don't know what a hybrid scope is. That's like the most Call of Duty thing I've ever heard. I believe he's talking about like an EOTech and magnifier combination. I'm not sure though. Favorite faction, GSOC, and USMC. Favorite quirk about Firefight, he doesn't even know. What he hates about Firefight, mobile optimization. I don't know about that. I think his phone is just really bad because this is the first time I think I've heard anyone talk about mobile optimization. If you're a mobile player and the optimization on mobile is bad, then please notify me. But I'm not sure about this. Community is a little toxic. They're kids. Everyone's a kid. Of course, it's toxic. Um, what do you blah 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 blah? Yes, he would. Is he a bastard? No, but the community is all collectively bastards. Nice. What's the most? Honestly, just mobile optimization. Again, I can't confirm if that should be like a priority since I don't play on mobile, nor has anyone said anything about optimization on mobile. So, next, Mr. Graps. He saw it on the suggestions. His favorite guns are any. His favorite gun is just in general any type of sniper rifle or any rifle or weapon with a magnified optic. Favorite faction ARA. Favorite thing about the Firefight is just the PvP in general, which is nice. One thing he hates about Firefight, how some red dots aren't zoomed in just feels weird. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. How some red dots aren't zoomed in? Like, is he talking about how some optics don't have magnification? I mean, yeah, there's red dots and there's magnified red dots, so whatever. Um, he would absolutely watch blah 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 blah, which is nice. He's absolutely a bastard. I might have to ban you then. I'm sorry, bud. He really wants a story mode, which, okay, story mode. I've thought about story mode for a long, long time. There is definitely a story. There's characters, there's lore, there's a story, there's heartbreak, drama, death, loss, everything. But will I make it a story mode that you can play? I can't confirm that. It will definitely be something that you could either watch or read, but play, I don't know. Because I don't know if I have the capacity to do so. I'm sorry. But it is definitely a very good suggestion. Next, from Hatred Fan. Okay, we're just gonna breeze through this. Hatred Fan, blah, blah, blah. Favorite guns in general are AKs, favorite faction RPR, slow pace FPS good, how low the players are. Blah, blah, blah. He'd watch a manga of it, or like those crappy webcomics or Wattpad or whatever. Sure. Fallujah map when? So the thing with current PvP is it's linked with the current timeline of the Firefight lore, which is around maybe 2021 to 2023, wasn't somewhere around that time when Alaska's being invaded and Greysock is doing operations in Ukraine. Things like the global war on terror, Battle of Fallujah, all of that, it is canon, but it's not in the current timeline. I'll think about adding the Syrian civil war in Firefight to TDM, because the Syrian civil war, in terms of character development in the story that I'm writing, is pretty important. But for now, you're just gonna have to stick with non-desert warfare maps. Apologies. Next, from Lukv had Firefight recommended it to him. Favorite gun is the AK-74. Interesting choice. Favorite faction is the Ukrainians. I'm just gonna say SSO. So SSO and the ARA. Good choice. Gunplay is dope. Gunplay is dope. Inconsistency. Why the fuck is Berkut in the game if it was disbanded after Euromaidan? So, with the lore in Firefight, Euromaidan did not happen canonically. Russia and Ukraine are almost on neutral terms with each other. The annexation of Crimea did happen, but other than that, I mean, Russia and Ukraine in Firefight lore are almost neutral. Like they don't like each other, but nor do they hate each other. Uh, like, like the Russian invasion of Ukraine never happened. Instead, it was replaced with the war on terror against the RPR and the greater war on terror in Europe as a whole. So that's why. Yeah, was he bastard? Maybe. Yeah. Real and independent maps. Stop importing FPF maps. They are made for a game like this. I can agree. Help me then. Send me a map submission. I would love to see what maps you have in mind. Thank you. Final one by Purple Serpent. He found Firefight again through his friend or partner. I'm not sure if that means romantic partner, but interesting. Again, favorite gun in Firefight, anything with a scope. Interesting. Favorite faction is none. Okay. Likes how the guns work. He hates the night vision. I can understand where he's coming from. Yes, maybe. Kill streak and competitive game mode. I'm not sure what competitive game mode means. Like a CS:GO type of stuff. In general, it's getting boring. How about I ban you, son? I'ma ban you. So that's almost all 17 responses. I skipped through 2 because those are from personal acquaintances, and it's whatever. So we are gonna look at some of the questions and just look at some of the common, um, like how did you find Firefight? So recommended through a friend. This we're gonna skip this. No idea recommended. By chance recommended from friend. So most of it recommended or from the algorithm. All right, favorite gun. Anything with a scope. I think I'm gonna skip the ones where it's too general. So Maoyuk AK-556 CZ Bren Mark 23, AK-101 Honey Badger KS3, AK-74 UN Honey Badger twice, AK-74 M16 Car 15 Mark 23 twice, M4G AK-74M and AK-74. We're gonna count those twice. So those are the most popular guns, apparently. Interesting. Next, favorite faction, ARA, Berkut. We're just gonna say SSO. So ARA, SSO, USMC, Greysock, RGF, SSO twice. RPR, Greysock, USMC twice. Greysock thrice. Thrice. RPR twice. RGF twice. ARA twice. SSO thrice. Greysock fourth. Fourth. RPR thrice. So it seems like the most popular are the RPR, Greysock, ARA. Yeah, so those three. Interesting. Next, Favorite thing about Firefight is the weapons, factions, and game modes. Game works, gameplay's dope. So just the gameplay and mostly the gameplay and the amount of guns there are. Interesting. One thing they hate about Firefight: night vision. Why not choose team but choose gun? It's stupid, no? Puta. Uh, I mean, I've heard of all these before, honestly. So, next. Yes, absolutely. So everyone's saying yes, or maybe, or yes. I'd kill myself instead. That guy's getting banned for life. So, nice, nice, nice. Are are these people bastards? We got a lot of yeses, 2 no's, 3 no's, 4 no's, and a lot of no's actually. Okay, whatever. So maybe a lot of these people aren't bastards. We're gonna skip over these because we've already read them. So that should be the end of not today's, but this survey. I might do more surveys in the future. As for now, as always, if you need any assistance, if you have any inquiries, suggestions, anything, any word about Firefight related to Firefight or any other Damage Studio games like the Oops series, please join the server and just ask me. I'm always down to answer some questions. And yeah, stay sharp.